Oh, so it's very windy today. I've got you hidden behind a tree. Hopefully it's enough. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. No, we have another assault on the environment here in the U.S. and the rest of the world because of what the Orange administration wants to do with oil and gas rules and regulation. He's going to roll back all the regulations that have been put in place since the Deepwater Horizon accident. All those new rules about new equipment and keeping the pressure right and all the out the window, throw them away. They're too expensive for the oil and gas industry. And you have to remember that now we're drilling even deeper than we were before when that disaster happened. But yet it's time to even roll back the existing rules and regulations. He's tweaking and rolling back some of those as well. Can you imagine the amount of disaster just waiting to happen? Now, just recently, he rolled back the airline industry rules and regulations along with Obama. And guess what happened? The 737. Boeing is now in a disastrous plunge because of that plane. How much money they put into it, now nobody wants to buy them. They're flawed and they're having to do fixes. And they're also on the cheap. That would have never happened under the old rules and regulations. So, what's the outcome of that? Well, Boeing is too big to fail. Guess who's going to bail them out? That's right. The U.S. citizen will now bail out Boeing. So because of the CO2 count around the planet going up at an alarming rate, faster and faster, because of all this new oil and gas that's coming on the market that should have stayed in the ground. And as they're going to farther and farther places to get this oil and gas, they're having to flare more and more, pumping the CO2, the nitrous oxide, and the methane uncontrollably into the atmosphere. Nobody's paying attention. Nobody cares. Are we doing anything, really? This is very maddening when this kind of crap happens where the Orange administration starts to destroy the planet more and more. And the stupid of the U.S. don't see it. They see just the opposite. They think this is all good for them. Enjoy your tax cut, guys. Meanwhile, cyclones are getting bigger and more often and going to places they never went before, such as in India. Huge Category 4 cyclones are now hitting India. The latest one being, don't even know how to pronounce it, Fani? I don't know. Fiani, probably. This storm is the biggest that India has ever had in its record keeping, and that goes back a long way. So let's go over to politics. We need to at this time of we have to go there because we are in a constitutional crisis here in the U.S. We have the Nazis who are trying to take over the entire U.S. for a white nation, and then we have everyone else against them, and the divide is just getting so bad in this country. You just can't believe it if you don't live here, what it feels like. So Nancy Pelosi has now been confronted about the lying of this administration all over the place, in the Justice Department, in the EPA. Every department that he has touched is now under investigation for lying and changing the rules to fit the orange man so he can make more money. Well, Nancy Pelosi, you have whimpered and cried and told us that they break the law over and over and over, and it's your job to make sure that the oversight is done. But that's as far as you ever take it. You just never take it any further. Big puffy threats, but nothing is ever done. Where do the Democrats go? You won't be finding the pink barrio voting for Democrats, nor Republicans. We're going to go with the progressives if one ever does show up. We're still waiting. But it's still early, and the progressives know that they should wait a while until they enter the race, till all this crap gets by and people are pissed off because they have no choice other than Republican right or Republican light. So speaking of CO2, the readings have been going crazy. May 1, 2019, they were 414.95, almost 415. April 30, 2018, they were only 409.26. Do you see a problem here? Do you see a problem here? Well, there's a problem here, and I have a feeling that nothing is going to be done about it in the Democrats or the Republicans. The only one really squealing about it is Bernie Sanders, who's really keeps bringing it up over and over. So far, the only one in the field that I would even think about going for is Bernie Sanders. And he's still Republican light as far as I'm concerned on many issues, especially when it goes to war and funding war and funding the military-industrial complex. So, this is a faster video today. I can see huge banks of dark gray fog coming this way. So I think I'll head on back. And I definitely do appreciate the comments on the last videos. Unfortunately, several of them are being blocked, so I can't see them. But I don't know whose end that's on. You guys need to sort of look and see if your comments are showing up or not. They're not showing up for me to read them. There's only 2 that showed up last time, and 6 are what is being shown. So, oh well, YouTube, I've said this over and over. Please fix your comments section. And until next time.